Tonight on a hard quiz, Greg, security consultant, expert subject, Tour de France. Lee, lab technician, expert subject, Wicked the musical. Sue, farmer, expert subject, Edward III. Ben, software tester, expert subject, Weird Al Yankovic. Here's your host, Tom Gleeson.
Yes! Hello! How are you? This is my favourite show on TV. Welcome to Hard Quiz. These contestants are rabbits. The last one to be trapped will become tonight's Hard Quiz champion. Let's say hello. G'day, Ben.
Hey, Tom.
You're really into Weird Al Yankovic, is that right?
We all are.
Yeah, what is it? Well, you are. What do you like about Weird Al?
Oh, I guess I grew up in the 80s. I know, hard to believe, but...
No,
yeah.
I was thinking 70s, but anyway.
No. The whole Eat It phenomena, I suppose, when he first hit the airwaves and just took it from there. Always liked writing parodies as a kid.
Oh, you write parodies too?
I was bad at them.
Yeah.
I knew not to try to release an album, so...
What's your worst parody that you wrote?
I wouldn't know.
Even you can't remember it, let alone... Is it true that you were a member of Mensa?
I was. That was a while back.
But you left. Why did you leave?
They have issues in... They like to just go to vegetarian restaurants and play Scrabble and stuff.
Ben, are you saying that you left Mensa because you found it boring? I'm just saying, that is a damning indictment.
It is.
That's like the pot calling the kettle shit house. All right. Sue, Edward III is your subject.
Yes.
Now, which monarch is that without giving too much away?
He's the third king called Edward in England, yes.
OK. Now I know who it is. OK, now, you're a farmer from Bruthen in Victoria.
From Bruthen, yes, that's right.
Yes. Bruthen?
Bruthen.
Bruthen.
Yeah, got
Okay.
to stretch it out.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's not a famous town,
No,
that's
it
why I
isn't.
don't know how to pronounce
That's
it.
right.
Bruthen. So, but it wasn't your first choice to be a farmer, was it?
Well, it was, yes, it was my first choice when I got around to choosing, but I trained as a librarian before that.
Oh. Do you tell the cows to shush?
No.
Do you line them up in alphabetical order?
No, no.
Using the Mui decimal system?
No.
Come on!
No.
All right. Now, Lee, you're really into Wicked.
Sure am.
How many times have you gone to watch the musical?
22.
22 times! What, are you made of money? It's very expensive, isn't it?
Cheers.
OK.
That's why I've got no money anymore, so...
OK. Well, luckily on this program, you... Oh, that's right, there's no money when you win. What do you do for a living?
I'm a laboratory technician for Monash.
Laboratory technician. OK, good to know. And have you ever cooked meth? Just once, all right.
Accidentally.
Yeah, you did it by accident. Your Honour. Yeah, OK. Greg,
Thomas.
the Tour de France is your expert subject.
It is.
If you win tonight, are we going to have to strip the title off you in 3 years' time?
Yeah, absolutely.
You're a security consultant. What does that involve?
It involves protecting people's computers. That's about it.
OK. Oh, so is it more of an IT thing?
It's an IT thing, yeah.
I thought you might have been watching a camera or something like that for a long period of time where nothing happens. Just sit there watching the TV where nothing happens.
That could
A
be
bit like the
good.
Tour de France. Anyway, are you a cyclist yourself?
I was in my younger days.
What came first, the lycra or the cycling for you?
You can't
You can't separate them.
them.
You know, just imagining you walking around in lycra for 3 years, not knowing how to ride a bike, and then you're like, really should get into this. All right, let's play. Hard!
Expert round. Expert subject. Win or lose 5 points. Steal an answer, double points.
I'll ask each of you 5 questions on your expert subject. Right, you get 5 points. Wrong, I will take 5 points from you. The rest of you can steal at any time to get double points. To play along at home, use the hashtag HardQuiz. Let's start with Greg and his expert subject, the Tour de France. Had your injections ready to go? In the first Tour de France in 1903, Léon Georget was coming second, but ultimately lost when he fell asleep on the side of the road after being the victim of 2 what? Greg.
Drunk.
Incorrect. It's open. Time's up. Had a flat tyre. Just had a few punctures. Simple as that. Had 2 punctures. Cyclists were responsible for making their own repairs in the old days, even riding with spare tyres and tubes wrapped around their torsos in case they had a flat. How much better would Bathurst be if they had to change their own tyres? That'd be good, wouldn't it? Stop by to the side of the road. Come on, won't be long. The 1939 defending champion was unable to race because, along with Spain and Germany, which Axis power refused to send teams? For the steal, it's Sue.
Is it Italy?
Correct. Double points to you. Well done. Some nasty business there, Sue. Good on you. Since 1975, the Tour de France has finished along what, Greg?
Champs-Élysées.
What Paris Boulevard? Champs-Élysées is correct. Winning in 2011, Cadel Evans took to the podium while Australia's national anthem was sung by which then...
Tina Arena.
Which then Paris-based singer? Tina Arena is correct. Didn't really dress up for it. Anyway, he's had a singlet on. I guess that's Australian. It's the first time any country's national anthem has been performed on the Tour de France podium. Last question in your set, Greg. Receiving a lifetime ban for doping in 2012, Lance Armstrong later tweeted a picture of himself relaxing with how many yellow jerseys, Greg?
7.
Correct. There he is there. The tweet said, back in Austin and just laying around. You left a bit off at the end, being a fuckwit. Asada said Armstrong's team ran the most sophisticated, professionalised and successful doping program that sport had ever seen, so it wasn't a total waste. His 7 consecutive Tour de France wins from 1999 to 2005 were expunged from the records, and the 41-year-old was banned for life. The ball on this guy. Can someone bring in the smart audience, please? Next set of questions is for Lee on Wicked the Musical. In 2016, Wicked became the 3rd musical on Broadway to earn $1 billion at the box office behind Phantom of the Opera and, Lee?
The Lion King.
Which other show? The Lion King is correct. Off to a strong start there. Wicked has made over $4 billion worldwide, and $1 billion of that came from Lee. The writer of the original novel, Gregory Maguire, based the Wicked Witch's name, Elphaba, on which sequence of 3 letters? LFB. It's the initials of Oz creator L. Frank Baum. It's not the midday show with Ray Martin. No reactions like that, thank you. I'd rather the silence. Oh. Wow, what's going to happen next? The first Elphaba was Idina Menzel, whose name was famously mispronounced by John Travolta. Lee?
At the Oscars.
Incorrect. I'll finish the question. By John Travolta at the 2014 Oscars.
Please welcome the wickedly talented one and only Adele Dazeem.
What song did she then sing? Time's up, let it go, from the animated film Frozen. Wicked's songs were written by Stephen Schwartz and its script by Winnie Holzman, creator of which high school TV drama starring Claire Danes? Lee?
90210.
Incorrect. It's still open. My So-Called Life. You don't watch school TV dramas, Sue? Out at Reuven?
No.
I don't know. I thought between milking sessions you might...
No.
Why is it whenever I say anything it sounds dirty? Between milking sessions? OK, last question in your set, Lee. Wearing costumes including a 20-kilogram beaded bubble dress, the role of Glinda was first performed on the Australian stage by which actress? Lee?
Lizzie Durack.
Is correct! Well done. You're back at 0. Time now for Sue and Edward III. The Jersey cow... No, that's not right. Here we go. OK, let's try again. Here we go. King Edward's reign encompassed one of the worst pandemics in history. The Black... Oh! Ben for the steal.
Bubonic.
Incorrect. I'll finish the question. One of the worst pandemics in history, the Black Death. His daughter, Princess Joan, became one of its first victims on her way to what event? Sue.
She was going to get married in Castile.
Correct. Tough gig, isn't it, turning up to your own wedding and then getting the Black Death? She turned up with nuptial pustules. No one wanted to catch the bouquet. Edward and his English troops invaded France during which lengthy conflict? Sue.
100 Years' War.
Correct. It actually went for longer than 100 years. It went for roughly 116 years. In 1348, Edward founded an exclusive order of chivalry. Sue?
The Order of the Garter.
Incorrect. I'll finish the question. An order of chivalry called the Most Noble Order of the Garter. Which modern-day New Zealand mountaineer was a member? For the steal, it's Ben.
Edmund Hillary.
Correct. Double points to you.
Well done.
It's an English Order of Knighthood ranked as the highest British civil and military honour imaginable. Recruiting allies for an invasion of France, King Edward ran so low on funds to pay his troops, he had to pawn some of... Sue?
He pawned the jewels, the crowns.
Correct. Some of what regalia? The crown jewels. He took them down to cash converters. You could go there the next day and buy it. It was next to the DVD players and the Zumba gear. Last question in your set, Sue. King Edward III lies buried inside which London landmark? For the steal, it's Ben.
Westminster Abbey.
Correct. Double points to you. Woo. OK. Lee, you're still at the bottom on 0, but don't worry, you can still make up a bit of ground here. Last set in the expert round, it's Ben and Weird Al Yankovic. Nerds are firing up. Weird Al hit #1 in Australia in 1984. Ben.
Eat It.
Incorrect. Weird Al hit #1 in Australia in 1984 with Eat It, parodying Beat It, which first appeared on which Michael Jackson album? For the steal, it's Greg.
Thriller?
Correct. Double points to you. Eat It was a #1 hit in Australia. Beat It only got to #2. So it did better than the original. In addition to his parodies, most of Al's albums contain medleys of cover songs. Ben?
Polka.
Correct. Arranged and performed in what traditional folk style? Polka is correct. One of his few song ideas rejected by the original artist, Chicken Pot Pie, was Al's proposed parody of which Wings hit? Ben?
Live and Let Die.
Correct. Paul McCartney's a vegan and he didn't want to promote the consumption of animal flesh, so he said no. And that impacted the meat industry in no way whatsoever. In 2015, Al became the first guest editor of an issue for which humorous publication? Ben?
Mad Magazine.
Correct. Al told his careers counsellor that he wanted to write for Mad and he was told to be an architect instead. But he did become an architect too, didn't he?
He did.
Did he do any parody buildings? The Empire State Building? The Trifle Tower? See, it's not hard. It's actually not hard. All right, last question in your set, Ben. With the 2014 hit Word Crimes, Al became the third artist to have released Billboard Top 40 singles in every decade from the 80s onwards, following Michael Jackson and who else? Time's up. Madonna. That's his Robin Thicke parody from Mandatory Fun, which won Al his 4th Grammy for Best Comedy Album and was the first comedy album to hit #1 since 1963. All right, at the end of the expert round, Lee, you are unmoved at 0, but you can still make up some ground in my round. We've ripped through their subjects, now let's rip through mine.
Tom's round. Tom's subject, multiple choice.
This week, I've been really getting into chairs. This round is multiple choice. Select your answers on your screens, then press the buzzer to lock in the answer. Who is credited as the inventor of the swivel chair? Is it A, Thomas Jefferson, B, Charles Darwin, C, Nikola Tesla, D, Thomas Edison? The answer is A, Thomas Jefferson. That's Jefferson's swivel chair there, which he called the whirligig. It's reputed to be the chair in which he sat while writing the Declaration of Independence. Very historic moment. Martha, I've got a declaration, all right? Get me the whirligig. Created by married designers Charles and Ray Eames, an iconic Eames lounge chair belongs to which TV character? A. Dr. Frasier Crane in Frasier. B. Dr. Jennifer Melfi in The Sopranos. C. Joey Tribbiani in Friends. D. Captain James T. Kirk in Star Trek. The answer is A. Frasier Crane in Frasier. Charles and Ray Eames were a huge influence on modern design. You've probably sat in one of their chairs yourself, or at least a knockoff version. In which song does Neil Diamond lament that no one heard at all, not even the chair? A. Beautiful Noise. B. Solitary Man. C. You Don't Bring Me Flowers. D. I Am, I Said. The answer is D. I Am, I Said. Can we just go back to Neil? He doesn't even know how a chair works. Here, Neil, here's a chair. All right, got it. You beaut. Is this a whirligig? OK. Created by 3 Italian architects, the original beanbag chair was given what brand name? A. Sacco. B. Bago. C. Relaxo. D. Loungeo. The answer is A. Sacco. Sacco. Never really thought a beanbag had to be designed. I just presumed they grew in rumpus rooms. All right, Lee, you're at the bottom on 0, but the last question in my round is worth double points. You could scrape your way back just. At the 2012 US Republican National Convention, who directed a speech to an empty chair representing President Obama? A. John McCain. B. Donald Trump. C. John Voight. D. Sarah Palin. E. Clint Eastwood. Or F. Mitt Romney. The answer is E. Clint Eastwood. There's a picture of him there talking to an empty chair. He did it on purpose, but unfortunately, because he's a little bit older, it looks like he thinks someone's there. All right, the end of my round. Lee, you're at the bottom on -5. You know what that means. Get over here. All right, you got anything to say for yourself, Lee? Yeah, well, you didn't even make it to Act 2. It's time to follow the hard brick road. Help! It's the People's Round!
The People's Round against the clock.
Who's the smartass at your place? Play along at home to find out. Here we go. Your time starts now. Which astrological sign is represented by scales? Ben.
Libra.
Yes. What strange experience translated from French means already seen? Greg.
Deja vu.
Yes. Attributed to shoemaker Clark's is what suede ankle-high boot with a soft sole too?
Desert boot.
Yes. Which reality TV show uses the catchphrase "The tribe has spoken"? Ben.
Survivor.
Yes. The white winter coat of the short-tailed weasel or stoat produces which fur traditionally used? Ben.
Mink.
No. Or stoat produces which fur traditionally used on European royals' robes? Ermine. What is being signalled when a cricket umpire raises both hands above his head? Ben.
6 runs.
Yes. Which animal is traditionally innermost in a turducken? Ben.
Chicken.
Yes. In Western printing, what is generally found to the left of a book's cover and is used to cover its binding? Time's up. Spine. Named after the shape of its tunnels, the London Underground is better known as, Ben?
A tube.
Tube is correct. The Banjo Paterson poem is Mulga Bill's what? Sue.
Bicycle.
Yes. That brings us to the end of the People's Round. Greg, man, you didn't get bicycle.
No.
You're at the bottom on 10. Get over here. Have you got anything to say for yourself, Greg?
Chairs. Chairs, Tom.
Do you not like chairs?
I don't know much about them.
You don't know much about the Tour de France either, as it turns out. Well, you like Lance Armstrong. Let's just say that you've won, even though you haven't. Out! There he goes. Use the bike lane. All right, only 2 left. Who's going to be the hard quiz champion? Sue and Ben, get over here because it's time to play hard quiz.
Final round, head-to-head. Edward III versus Weird Al Yankovic. Hard quiz.
Now, only one of you can be the hard quiz champion and take home the limited edition big brass mug. What will you do with the mug if you win, Ben?
We just got a fence put around our property and the gate sort of swings closed when you're trying to bring the car in. So I think the mug could hold that gate nicely.
What about you, Sue?
I'll take the goose's dinner out in it.
Oh. What do you feed the goose?
Oh, vegetables, grains, all sorts of things.
OK. It's best of 5, penalty shootout style. Harder questions on your expert subjects. So it's Ben's knowledge of Weird Al Yankovic versus Sue's knowledge of Edward III. Let's play. Hard! Ben, in June 2017, Al learned he would be receiving a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Who told him the news?
Oh, I don't know. I heard about him getting the star. Who told him the news? I'm sure I read that as well. I'm going to say his wife, Suzanne.
Incorrect. It was Larry David. Al was having lunch with Hamilton creator Lin-Manuel Miranda on the set of Curb Your Enthusiasm, and Larry David broke the news that they were both getting stars.
Okay.
Yeah. Sue, in 1328, the French disputed Edward's claim to the French throne, arguing that his succession was not legal due to it being through a female line. What was this law called?
Salic law.
Correct. Yeah, the French argued that Salic law prohibited inheritance through a female. King Philip's daughter Isabella married Edward II and was Edward III's mother. So he was the King of France and England, which means that he was no good at cricket, but arrogant about it. Ben, as a teenager, Al worked at a music school giving kids accordion lessons. He says the most memorable part of the job was going to their houses. For what purpose?
Wow, I don't know this, which is not useful. Something about annoying their parents or something, but it's not that.
Let me do the bit where I tell you that you're wrong. Incorrect. What a surprise. It was repossessing accordions. The school would loan out the accordions, and if the kids stopped the lessons, which they inevitably did, it was his job to go back and get the instruments back. He called himself an accordion repo man. Sue, The Reign of King Edward III was published anonymously in 1596. In 2009, a University of London professor used plagiarism software to claim it was written by William Shakespeare and which other playwright?
Oh, I think it's someone Kidd. Can't think of what the first name is though. Thomas, maybe? Thomas Kidd?
Correct. His claims have been disputed by other literature experts because if they don't dispute authorship of old plays, they have to go and get a real job. Ben, the lyrics of Al's Bob Dylan parody Bob consist entirely of palindromes, which are seen on cardboard signs in the video. Which is the only sign in the clip that is not palindromic? You've seen the clip?
I've seen the clip.
Yeah.
It's a takeoff of what's Subterranean Homesick Blues. Or
That's
something.
true, but irrelevant.
I'm just trying to show that I know one thing.
Don't be down on yourself. Ben.
It's all good.
It's my job to make you feel like that.
I will say, high.
What kind of high? Like as in high or
Go with the first one.
first one? Okay. Incorrect. Harmonica solo.
Oh, yep, correct.
You knew that, didn't you?
I did.
Al calls this a style parody, an original song where he mimics the sound of another artist rather than writing new lyrics to an existing tune. Sue, if you get this right, you are tonight's hard quiz champion.
Right.
Edward created the first English dukedom, the Duchy of Cornwall. When Prince Charles accepted the title, he received feudal dues, including a salmon spear, a pound of pepper, and what breed of dog?
I don't think I know it. I'm trying to think of dog that they would have had in feudal times. Oh, I don't know. A mastiff.
Incorrect. Greyhounds.
I should
It
have
was
known
two Cornish greyhounds. Okay, you need to get this right, Ben. If you get this wrong, Sue is tonight's hard quiz champion. Al wrote, sang and directed the title sequence of the Leslie Nielsen film Spy Hard. What happens to Weird Al at the end of the song?
I think his head explodes.
Correct. I was worried your head was going to explode then. That got pretty tense. Yeah, he holds a note for like 20 seconds till his head goes pop. He thought he might have to loop the audio, but it turns out he got it out in one go. It's parodying Tom Jones, who fainted after recording the last note of Thunderball. Okay, Sue, if you get this right, you are tonight's hard quiz champion. Renowned for his tactics and successes in war, Edward enjoyed one of the greatest victories at the Battle of Crecy, thanks largely to the effectiveness of which weapon?
The English longbow.
Correct. Which means you are tonight's hard quiz champion! Congratulations! You know what this means? Yep. Back to the parody wilderness. There he goes. Congratulations, Sue. You are tonight's hard quiz champion.
Thank you very much.
It means you get the big brass mug and you get to do the sign-off.
Thank you for playing hard.